Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, the Miracle Man. So, welcome to Superhero Sunday. So, for all those mothers out in the world today, we recognize you and acknowledge you for all this divine love you have shared with us and our uprising and our support. So, we thank you. So, if you're new to my channel, my talks, because I go live every Sunday at noon on the Head Trash Anonymous group, I talk about getting rid of all that noise, the stress, the worry, the anxieties, all those beliefs that don't serve us. That's the head trash. We need to throw that out. And we're really consumed by the head trash. We're really in a place of not loving ourselves, not accepting ourselves, if we're lost in all this noise up here. So, welcome to those that are watching live. So we're just taking a moment here to just relax, to let all this go. Everything that happened before, earlier today, earlier yesterday, last week, last month. We just want to be fully here in this moment, for this is where all of our power resides. But we're constantly judging ourselves, criticizing ourselves, and that's not a helpful state. It's really a state of separation, of realizing that you are alive. Today is a gift to be celebrated, to rejoice, to acknowledge that simple fact that we're alive. There's many people that went to bed last night that had hopes and dreams to share this day with their mother, the world, yet they're not here. Because we don't know when we're going to go, when we're going to depart, because this body is finite. It's only here for a limited amount of time, but the spirit endures and goes on forever. So if you're here, welcome, say hello. So we're going to do a little meditation, a little practice later. I'm going to get quiet on that. I'm really going to intend for Mother Mary to step forward and lead that practice of self-love, self-compassion. This is really what I want to talk about today, is this love that's always raining down from the universe, from the heavens. But the mind puts up this umbrella of separation, saying, no, thank you. And you continue to struggle to fight life. But we can let go of that noise, then operate from this deeper place within all of us. Then life flows easier. But life can be a struggle if you're constantly beating yourself up, judging yourself, condemning yourself. That's not helpful. So we need to let all that stuff go. But we have to realize that letting go is not necessarily a simple thing. We've been addicted to our inner dialogue for decades, years, and it really has built up over time. So we become addicted to those thoughts that are not supporting us. The universe is always saying yes to our desires, our wishes. So we have to simply realize, when you judge yourself, criticize yourself, the universe will give you more to judge and criticize yourself about. That's just how it works. So hi, Dali, how Corliss. Thanks for watching. So this is Superhero Sunday, where I just give a talk each Sunday. No readings here, just sharing some information to help us live a better life, to live life to the fullest. That when we're caught up in all this noise, the head trash, we're not really loving ourselves. And this is the unconditional love, because the universe is never judging, never criticizing us, just loves us. And we want to have this love for ourselves, that it's all going to be okay. We just simply need to relax and trust that inner knowing that we have within us, those inner insights on how to move forward. What is that next step? That we don't need to plan everything out. We don't have to have these big goals. We can just simply let it all go and just relax and see what that next step arises for us. But the mind always wants to try to figure things out. There's nothing to figure out. It's just a matter of relaxing and trusting yourself. And this is a foreign concept of trusting ourselves, to understand, to realize that we know what's best for us, but approaching ourselves from a place of from non-judgment, through kindness, through gentleness, just with as this universe is just loving us unconditionally. We have to have this love for ourselves unconditionally. And we don't want to condemn others or judge others. They are simply doing their best based on their understanding of the world. And their understanding may be confused because most identify with their thoughts, beliefs, and opinions, taking that as their truth. But it is not the truth. You are not your thoughts, your beliefs, your opinions. So we don't want to necessarily condemn people for following their opinions, beliefs, thoughts, because they weren't taught any differently. That you are not your thoughts. You are not your stories. You are the unconditional love, this divine love within you. You are that. You are that beyond definition, because you can't really isolate that into language, to words. Because it can't be fully understand consciousness, the energy that animates the body. But it's that one consciousness, that one spirit, that one divine love, and various expressions, various forms. But it's really about slowing down, relaxing, enjoying life. So maybe you have a hard time with this self-compassion, this self-love. So we're going to do a practice to work on this. But it's not really work. We want to let go of that as well. It's simply a practice to develop this skill. Because anyone that's dealing with a disease, an ailment, it's usually probably created from stress, anxiety, all stemming from the mind filled with garbage, the head trash. We need to throw that out. So I'm just going to dive into a practice here now. I'm actually going to intend for Mother Mary to step forward. If you're not familiar with my work, I really try to get the mind out of the way and allow the universe to use me as a conduit. Since the universe no longer has a body per se, for perfect spirit to come through this form. So we're just sitting here relaxing. There's nothing to achieve. There's nothing to accomplish. We just recognize the divine love within me connects to that divine love within you, that we're all connected, that we're all part of this one divine love. And it feels like this divine shower is raining down upon us. This golden and pink energy just descending down from the skies, from the heavens, from the ceilings. It does not matter. But just feel this love always descending. You may call this the descent of grace. And this descent is always sparking that intuition, that wisdom within you. Even a small amount of grace always comes through, despite the mind's objections, protests, putting up the umbrella. And we allow Mother Mary to step forward, to guide us back to our heart. Relax, child. You are the child of the universe. Just like a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, you would not scold, you would not condemn, for they don't know any better. But as we grow older, we start to build in this judgment, this criticism. And this does not serve you. Realize, recognize that we love you like a small child. We understand that you are not your thoughts, your beliefs, your opinions. For that is not of you, not of your true nature. That is the creation of the mind, society, teachers, parents, doctors, whatever label you want to give them. But you're not any of that. You are this innocent spirit, this innocent soul, trying to navigate your way through the world. We urge you to see yourself in the eyes of the child. See yourself in a mirror, but as a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old. How could you not love that person? There's nothing to judge. There's nothing to condemn. Just a young baby trying to make sense of the world. And we're always trying to make sense of the world. But there's nothing to make sense of. For there's many evils in the world, if you will, many hates, separations, divisions, pitting each other down. This does not help you, nor does it help society. So we just need to let all this go and just simply have this love for yourself. So just see Mother Mary standing in front of you. However she looks to you is perfect. She has these deep almond eyes, just gazing at you unconditionally, accepting you, loving you, just as you stand. She's not saying a word, just smiling and gazing at you. Now she's wrapping her arms around you, reminding you that you're always loved. The universe is always loving you unconditionally. There's nothing you need to do, no books to read, no services to attend. You are not judged. You are not condemned. You are loved like a toddler, like a baby, an innocent 1-year-old. So there's no need to condemn yourself, to judge yourself, to put impossible conditions upon yourself that you must act, behave, achieve a certain thing, a certain task to be accomplished. That's simply a story. This story will not last, for this body does not last. So we need to let go of all this attachment to this body, this life, this situation. For it is a temporary experience. Our life purpose is to have the human experience through all the suffering, through all the trauma, through all the pain, and all the happiness and joy as well. But it's all experiences that add to the collective soul, to the collective oneness, that there are no mistakes here. It's just information, feedback, to try a different way, to step onto a different path, to realize the path of worry, of stress, is not serving you. It needs to be washed away. So allow this pink energy descending down from the heavens to take away all your troubles, all your problems, all the worries, all the stress. It is not of the universe, for the universe is not trying to punish you, to cast judgment, just to shower love. Maybe things happen that you don't understand. Maybe mass murder, genocide. But they're all here to teach us to love one another, that there are no mistakes. There's just simply a lack of understanding of the greater plan, that the universe is abundant. There's infinite experiences. Which one are you choosing to have? one of pain and suffering, or one of joy of happiness. We assure you, you are here to be joyful, to be happy, to celebrate the gift of life, that you are in this body, and that we are here to cherish this body and cherish the bodies of others, for they are doing their very best based on their understanding of the situation. Not to judge, not to condemn, but we love those. This deep, unconditional love on this Mother's Day. But we're all children of the universe, this great mother. And we acknowledge her by loving all of her children, all of her creations, unconditionally. Just feel the love pouring over you. If the tears want to release, allow them to release. Release all the stuck energy that's creating all this pain, this suffering. For any wrongs you may have felt you or cast upon you, we release them here. We release all this that does not serve us. For we are meant to be loved, unconditional, no judgment, no criticism. Just feel all your past loved ones coming forward, giving you this big group hug, from grandmothers to brothers to sisters to parents to cousins to friends to strangers. Feel this universal group hug as we celebrate all mothers, all beings on this day. And every day we celebrate one another. We cheerlead, we support them, letting go of any judgment, condemning anyone, just realizing they're all children of the universe, doing their very best. As we keep feeling this peace, this love, feeling yourself whole and complete, like a newborn baby. See yourself as a newborn, free of judgment, free of criticism, where all things are possible. You're a toddler. You have no stories attached to you. Your parents have great hopes for you to make a difference in the world. And you are here to make a difference through kindness, through compassion, through peace. For these are the energies that change the world. We wish you well. We wish you love in all situations. So we want to simply return back into the body, maybe feeling your feet on the ground, feeling your hands, feeling the love always surrounding us. That everything's perfect as we come back. Feeling our feet on the ground, maybe taking a drink of water and saying thank you. For this keeps the body hydrated, alive. So welcome to all those that are watching. Today's about this divine love, this unconditional love, that we are a product of love. So you let go of all judgment, criticism today. We practice self-acceptance and acceptance of others. But I'm here if there's any questions, anything that arises for you. And I'm here every Sunday, usually in the Head Trash group. I just shared it out to my timeline and soul messages today. Just getting this universal message of love out into the universe. that we're all doing our very best, regardless of your opinions. You're perfect as you sit here. So I'm here if there's any questions, anything that comes up for you. Or you can just sit in this peace, this love, feeling your loved ones around you. They're always here. They may not be in body, but they're always here. You may be sitting in a living room, they're in the kitchen. They're not far. They're always nearby. They're always watching over us, checking in, giving us signs, symbols of their presence. But usually we're too busy to notice that song on the radio, that picture that you haven't seen for a while, those numbers that pop up on a cash register, the numbers on a license plate in front of you, that feather on the ground, that flower that showed up, that card that came unexpectedly in the mail, a check that just showed up. Things just are constantly coming to us from the other side, from our loved ones, but we're so caught up in the busyness, we fail to recognize, to see this. But just feel the peace, feel the grace that's always descending. The mind tries its best to put up an umbrella, but there's still some holes, some cracks that get through and pour some wisdom into you. Yes, Dewey's talking about hard times. It's simply hard for the mind because the mind is resisting this moment, insisting that it should be different than it is. But realize hard is a perception. It's a reminder to go within for the answers. The answer's here in your heart. It's not out there. So if you're going through hard times, it's maybe an indication of separation, feeling like you're separate from the whole, but you're not. We're always part of this oneness. But can we surrender the mind, the stories, and allow that wisdom to pour through us on the next step, and the next step, and the next step? It's only hard when we're not listening to ourselves or trusting ourselves. That's the biggest issue that I'm seeing in the society, is not trusting yourself. We're always given all these fear messages that we're missing something, or that we're not good enough, that we're not worthy, that we're in danger. But we just need to trust our own insights, our own wisdom, and we need to let go of the groupthink and realize we can stand on our own power, our own strength. But we get caught in the stories, the noise, the misinformation. We just take a deep breath and relax. When you're facing someone that's triggering you, just take a breath, take a moment. Notice how the mind instantly wants to react and respond to that individual. But realize we don't need to respond. We can just gaze at them and smile and know that they too are a child of God, trying to do their very best. And just look at ourselves from the eyes of a toddler. Notice the 4 and 5 years old, for the 4-year-olds, the 5-year-olds, 6 years old. They're just trying to love everyone. They just want to play, enjoy life. They're not judging each other. They're not criticizing each other. They're just loving each other. So we just need to practice love every day going forward, just practicing love and allowing love, the energy of love, to move us, because it's going to move us from this deeper place. But we have a tendency to operate from the mind. And we usually get frustrated, angry, upset because things don't work out, usually very well when we're operating completely up here. There's a synchronicity, a harmony that happens when we operate from the deeper place of the heart. So I'm going to head off for now, but I'll be back next Sunday. And tomorrow will be live with on soul messages, giving clarity. Sometimes we don't have this clarity when the mind's creating so much confusion and division. But this moment is perfect just as it is. Yes, worry does steal our joy. The mind is constantly trying to steal our joy. Thanks, Corliss. Thanks, Dalloway, for joining me today. But just step into your own power today. This is a place of power. This is the place of force, the mind demanding its way, where spirit is just nudging you. Try this way. Go that way. Just nudging, not demanding. The mind is demanding. Spirit just loves you unconditionally. Universe loves you unconditionally. So operate from this place and watch the synchronicities, that harmonies that fall into place. It's the place of magic happens here. It's the place of magic. The magician's in your heart. It's not in the head. All right. Take good care of yourself and we'll talk soon. You can always send me messages through soul messages, through head trash, through my own Facebook. It's all good. Celebrate life. Enjoy life. Thanks, Tammy, for watching today. Blessings to you. Blessings to everyone that's watching. You are doing your very best. Let go of that judgment, that criticism. You are divine love. You don't need to change a thing about yourself to please others, to please yourself. You're doing your best. Keep taking that one step and that next step and the next step. And everything will unfold as it should unfold. And go that new way that challenges the mind. You are meant for great things. No need to settle. Let go of the settling.